Hello class, today we're going to talk about hallucinogens. Let me just figure out how to spell this. Now, I'm going to take attendance. So, are you Piotr Liebersbach?
Yes.
Just gonna put a little check mark on your hand and make sure that you're here. And, who are you?
I'm Batman.
It says Dan Lekonski, so I'm just gonna put a little check mark. Go put a little check mark on your hand. Mask. And let's continue. The first drug that we are going to talk about is PCP. Now, PCP was developed in the 1950s as an anesthetic, which most people use is for pain, because it gets rid of it. But it started developing agitated feelings, delusional feelings in patients, so they just continued it in 1965.
I'm Batman.
So, now, this marker isn't red.
That looks purple to me.
It looks red to me. Well, anyway, now PCP is developed in labs, illegal labs, of course, across the United States and several other countries, probably. Now that's how people get it, from people who deal it, and then it makes them all loopy. Now, let's talk about hallucinogenic. Now, hallucinogenic mushrooms can be found in places like South America, Mexico, and even in the U.S. And they have a specific drug in the mushrooms that make it hallucinogenic. The drug is known as psilocybin.
I'm Batman.
Once ingested, psilocybin is broken down to the user's body to produce psilocybin, another hallucinogenic substance. Now, it's basically just like psilocybin, but it's what is created once the mushroom is ingested.
I'm Batman.
Another type of hallucinogen is the foxymethoxy. Now, I really don't know anything about this drug or anything, but it has a pretty cool name because it rhymes.
I'm Batman.
Anyway, well, I think I've gone through enough of unimportant hallucinogens, and it's time for me to talk about the most important, LSD.
I'm Batman.
Now, LSD is one of the most potent mood-changing chemicals. It is manufactured from lysergic acid, which is found in arrogant fungus that grows on rye and other grains. Now, speaking of rye,
just stop, alright? This is extremely annoying. I don't understand how you can stay up here and just do that as close as you are without your ears bleeding out the sides of your head.
I'm Batman.
let me just finish with what I was writing. It is produced in crystal form in illegal labs across the United States. These crystals are converted to a liquid. It is odorless, colorless, and has a slightly bitter taste. So, when LSD is taken, you pretty much cannot process anything that's going on in the real world, and depending on whoever takes it, it depends on the hallucinations you see, of course. Now, you could easily just stop, look up, admire the perfect sunshine, and not realize you're in the middle of an intersection. Can anybody think of a person like this in your daily life?
I'm Batman.
The effects are unpredictable and depend on the amount taken, the person's mood and personality, also the person's surroundings. Effects usually occur from 30 to 90 minutes after being taken, and often the pupils dilate when the effects start to occur. The body temperature and pressure / heart rate increase or decrease. And LSD users often experience loss of appetite, sleepiness, dry mouth, and tremors. Visual changes are among the more common effects. The user can become fixated on the intensity of certain colors.
I'm Batman.
Alright, so some of your favorite stars from the 60s actually used LSD and based LSD on many of their songs that you may know and love. So, who here likes the Beatles? I'm gonna just take a guess and say about 5 people in the class raised their hand. Anyway, I don't know if you guys know the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, but that actually stands for LSD. Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix, that is LSD. Here are a few examples.
Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes and she's gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Oh yeah, I was puzzling.
Alright, so I've had a pretty rough day today. I've had people yell at me. I've had the most ridiculous things said, and I've had things thrown at me. So I don't really want to ask this, but it's my job, so I have to. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, Dan, what is it?
Ja, jestem Batman.
On powiedział, że on jest Batmanem.
He said that he's Batman.
Alright, so, guys, I wrote you a song. You guys know Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head?
I'm Batman.
You guys don't know the song. Alright, well anyway, it goes to that beat. So, cue the music, and let's go now. Objects are going, and I think that they're there, but they are not. Most likely not, but this time I'm going to say.
To była najgorsza wersja piosenki, którą kiedykolwiek słyszałem w moim całym życiu. Ta klasa jest do bani. Spadam stąd.
I like Spider-Man anyway! My name's not Dan!
I think class is over.
Hallucinogenic substances are characterized by their ability to cause changes in a person's perception of reality. Persons using hallucinogenic drugs often report seeing images, hearing sounds, and feeling sensations that seem real, but do not exist. In the past, plants and fungi that contain hallucinogenic substances were abused. Currently, these hallucinogenic substances are produced synthetically to provide a higher potency.
Alright, Peter, that was just terrible. You like screwed up when you were reading it and everything! But I liked it. Hallucinogens can produce psychological effects, including elevated heart rate, increased blood pressure, and dilated pupils. These drugs are often unpredictable, and users may experience different effects compared to users or past usage. Users often experience changes in perception, thought, and mood. So basically, when you take hallucinogenic drugs, you screw up your brain, and you can't think right. So do not take these drugs. Please.
Hi, I'm Austin Piedra. You should see the play. Just wanted to let you know, people who do take LSD sometimes have the feeling of being suicidal. Does anyone have any tape? Guys? I feel cold. Hello, it is I, your friendly neighborhood Batman. It is I, your friendly... Shut up! I love children, and that's why I have come to tell you all of this paperwork. So, PCP can be mixed easily with dyes and turns up on the illicit drugs market in a variety of tablets, capsules, and colored powders. It can be snorted, smoked, and ingested. For smoking, PCP is often applied to a leafy material such as a mint, parsley, oregano, or marijuana. Mushrooms are usually ingested orally, but can also be brewed in a tea or added to food to mask the bitter flavor. DMT is usually ingested by snorting, smoking, or ingesting the drug. Foxy, also known as foxymethoxy, is available in powder, capsule, and tablet form, and is usually ingested orally. So yeah, don't do drugs. If you do, I'll come to your house and beat the living crap out of you. So yeah, love ya.